Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we'll be breaking down the Expanse, specifically the privateer warship Rocinante, saving Gunnery Sergeant Draper of the Martian Marine Corps and Deputy Undersecretary of the United Nations, Christian Avasarala, aboard the Razorback. You should check out previous episodes, but for a quick recap, humanity is a multiplanetary species with three major factions. Culturally and technologically stagnant but powerful Earth, technologically and militarily advanced but few in number Mars, and the anarchic frontiersmen of the Belt. These factions are currently fighting over an alien bioweapon, the protomolecule. This conflict has escalated into outright war between Earth and Mars, with cabals on both sides pushing escalation so that they can profit politically, financially, and ideologically. Let's take it from there.
How you feeling back there?
Like you were standing on my chest. I'm fine.
Tunnel vision?
Yes, I feel like I'm in a goddamn tunnel. Look around you.
Sharp headache?
Why?
I'm trying to gauge if you're having a stroke.
What could you do if I were?
Keep clenching your thighs.
If you're hitting on me, I'm flattered. But I have neither the inclination nor... Huh? What does clenching do?
It keeps your blood moving around rather than pulling up in the back of your legs. Do you like to whistle?
Don't try to distract me like I were a child.
It forces you to breathe. Do anything, just don't pass out. Relaxing is what gets you.
Given our situation, it's easy to stay tense. You seem to be taking this well.
I'm trained for this. I could do another 4G standing on my head.
If I die...
We're in this together.
If I die, make sure you don't. You have to tell someone what really happened out here.
That's your job. I'm not letting you die. That wasn't meant to be funny.
I know. What is the thought of a Martian Marine risking her life for me.
We're on the same side.
Which side is that?
The right side. Ma'am? Christian? Brace yourself. Shit. Oh, shit.
What now?
More torpedoes. A lot more. Another ship just fired on us. Hang on. I'm not sure. What the hell?
That's not how those things usually work.
Detonation confirmed. 2 of ours for 2 of theirs.
Copy that.
Our other 6 after protecting the Razorback.
That was the easy part. Alex, I'm coming up.
It's a hell of a plan, Cap. You must have hated tactical warfare at the Navy OCS.
I didn't like it then any more than I like it now. Amos, Brax, get your lids on and strap in. Depressurizing in 5 minutes.
Still late for cold feet, Doc. The only reason we're in this scrap is because you broke the tie.
Those people cried out for help. Couldn't ignore that.
You can't save everyone. It's a waste of time to try. And why would you risk not finding your little girl for some Martian jarhead you don't even know?
You've all risked so much to help me. I can't do any less.
Gunnery Sergeant Bobby Draper and Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala are fleeing the Guan Cheyenne, which up until recently was serving as Jules Pierre Mao's mobile fortress. After it was discovered that Jules Pierre Mao had produced the engines of the stealth craft, built in secret that triggered the protomolecule events, and that a majority of the perpetrators were former employees of Protogen, Jules Pierre Mao's company, the United Nations government put a warrant out for his arrest and froze a majority of his assets. In order to pressure him to surrender, his family also faced economic sanctions and public censure. This forced Jules Pierre Mao to work more closely with the Martians, as he was playing both sides for time in order to execute his own agenda. The Martian cabal was set to receive a hybrid for their own research and use, a plan that was thwarted by Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich, effectively the Vice President of Earth and a member of the Earth Cabal. While he had frustrations with his relationship with Jules Pierre Mao, he still saw the protomolecule and the hybrid program as a weapon of mass destruction that would guarantee Earth's supremacy. Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich ordered the destruction of the Martian warship sent to pick up the hybrid and force Jules Pierre Mao back into Earth's service. At that exact moment, Jules Pierre Mao was meeting with Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala, the number 3 in the United Nations administration. Jules Pierre Mao was hoping to cut a deal with the government that would unfreeze his family's assets, prevent his criminal prosecution, and continue his protomolecule research. Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala was a cunning politician who entertained this meeting, hoping to understand Jules Pierre Mao's motivations and expose the Earth Cabal that had initiated these series of atrocities. It was a massively risky venture, as she was only permitted a limited retinue, including intelligence operative Kachar Ghazi and Martian Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Bobby Draper. When the Martian warship was destroyed, Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich sent a tight beam message to the Guan Cheyenne, ordering that Jules Pierre Mao kill Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala and return into the service of the Earth Cabal. This prompted a firefight and standoff, resulting in Kachar Ghazi being severely wounded and many of Jules Pierre Mao's security detail being killed. Believing that his security forces would be able to handle the Deputy Undersecretary, Jules Pierre Mao fled to Io to continue his protomolecule research. With no clear indications of Christian Avasarala's death, Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich ordered a Leonidas-class battleship loyal to him to destroy the Guan Cheyenne and capture or kill any survivors. Kachar Ghazi was loaded into a lifeboat and ejected from the Guan Cheyenne, hoping that he would be captured, medically treated, and interrogated, a process he was psychologically tough enough to endure. It is with the utmost irony that Gunnery Sergeant Bobby Draper and Christian Avasarala escaped aboard the racing pinnace, the Razorback. The Razorback was a racing pinnace with only a maximum crew of 2. It was once the ship and love of Julie Mao's life, which she had used to adventure in the Belt. It was this adventure that had led to her joining the Outer Planets Alliance, triggering the destruction of the Canterbury, the destruction of the Donger, and the creation of the Rocinante crew. Racing in the Sol system is a sport only for the extremely wealthy or the extremely desperate and suicidally brave. Belters will often race in scrap heaps that they bolt together with powerful engines and minimal comfort in order to gain fame and gambling cash. The ultra-wealthy will leverage the most cutting-edge technology to create racecraft that enable athletes to push the limits of human and technological endurance. The Razorback is a product of the latter brand of racing technology. It was a heavily modified Series 6 Sunflare built by Prosperina Starworks. The hull is approximately 30 meters long, using the most advanced composite materials available to maximize thrust-to-mass ratio. The engine is easily double the size of anything common on a ship that size, and has complex cooling and turbo systems that allow the ship to maximize course corrections and thrust. The Razorback has a complex medical system that monitors and boosts the performance of its racers via a cocktail of injected drugs that helped the crew endure high-G burns and maneuvers. Belter ships and wealthy racing teams would often compete in slingshotting competitions, using thrust and the gravity wells of planets to set speed records across the system. This, of course, was a wildly dangerous venture, maximally stressing human technology and biological endurance. To put this into a 21st century context, this would be like if Jules-Pierre Mao owned a Formula One racing team that his daughter competed in, but rather than just competing against fellow supercars, Julie also competed against street hot rods whose poor drivers used desperation and fatalist bravery to compete with the Formula One drivers during endurance events. It is this incredibly advanced technology that is allowing the Razorback to escape the Leonidas-class battleship pursuing it, but it is also Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala's physiology that is limiting their escape. As an Earther civilian, she has limited time in the void enduring high-G maneuvers, and so she is more likely to stroke out and die. Gunnery Sergeant Bobby Draper, the lone survivor of a hybrid attack, wishes to expose the Earth and Mars cabals and bring the perpetrators of the protomolecule incidents to justice. While both women can be abrasive, they have found a sororal affection for each other. The high-G burn is causing Deputy Undersecretary Avasarala to pass out, which is wildly dangerous, and her unconscious brain will not be able to force blood throughout her body. Unconsciousness will ultimately kill her. Balancing the need to evade missile lock with the potential death of the Deputy Undersecretary, Gunnery Sergeant Bobby Draper slows down, giving the Leonidas a firing solution. 2 torpedoes are fired at the Razorback, with another half-dozen fired by another ship. Bobby and Christian prepare themselves for imminent death before the power is temporarily knocked out. The second ship that fired is the Rocinante, responding to their distress call. Instead of blasting the Razorback, they detonated 2 tactical nuclear torpedoes aft of the fleeing ship, in turn detonating the torpedoes of the Leonidas. Remaining torpedoes are being remote controlled to escort and screen the Razorback from additional fire, confusing Bobby and Christian. The Rosinante is closing in on the battle, and it's revealed that Prax was the tiebreaker in a vote when they received Bobby's distress signal. Alex, the Martian pilot, and Naomi, the Belter crew chief, wanted to respond to the distress signal and try to save the Razorback from the Leonidas. Amos, and an increasingly ruthless Holden, wanted to proceed on to Io to hunt the perpetrators of the protomolecule incidents and rescue Prax's daughter, May. It was actually Prax, the refugee from Ganymede, who voted to try to save the Razorback. Prax reasoned that while the crew of the Rocinante had selfish motivations for helping him, they nonetheless were willing to lay down their lives to try and help save his daughter. If they were willing to do that for him as relative strangers, how could he ignore the panicked terror of another person in need? The crew locked down equipment, preparing for a confrontation with the ship many times their size.
Just fired on us. We got their attention.
Amos, Prax, buckle up.
We're good.
Prepped.
They're prepped.
Damn it, we start trading punches with this beast, we're gonna run out of missiles long before they do. You know that, right?
That's why we're gonna have to do this.
Cap, you sure?
We picked this fight, we're punching above our weight. If you've got a better plan, now would be the time.
All right. Let's do it.
They're still shooting at us.
Nice to know they still care.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I think I'm getting used to IG.
I dropped our burn to 1G when our escort showed up.
Shit.
It's getting thick out there.
Hey! Doc! Look at me! Control
you're breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth.
God damn it, Doc! I told you to secure that locker!
I'm sorry, okay.
Stay in your damn seat!
Okay.
Firing PDCs!
Copy that.
I can't breathe!
Your oxygen's knocked out. Reach behind your head and see if you can plug it back in.
Hang in there, I'm coming to get you! Hang on to that.
Guys, the UNN ship is getting too close.
Now? Now! Missiles away!
Stand by. Looks like we're in for another rough ride.
Sheared the engines clean off.
Rest of the ship's intact. Holy shit, it worked.
All right, setting the course for the Razorback.
We did it.
Yeah, we sure did.
We have 2 torpedoes left. PDC rounds are under 10%. We're in a war with no bullets.
We're not the ones at war.
We are now. Do you think the UN's gonna give us a free pass for sparing lives? We crippled one of their ships. We just declared war on Earth.
The Rocinante is a Corvette-class light frigate, making it one of the smallest effective warships in the solar system. While normally crewed by a dozen sailors and a half-dozen Marines, its advanced Martian tech has allowed 5 survivors of the Canterbury and Ganymede to run it. They are decelerating as they approach, while the Razorback and its torpedo escort burn towards them, with the Leonidas in hot pursuit. One of the cooler aspects of the Expanse is the consistent dedication to showing gravity, thrust, and orientation as major considerations in space. Prax only partially secured a locker of tools, and as a result, it jostled open and released a dozen power tools as projectiles in their closed cabin. When Prax's oxygen gets knocked out, it becomes a life or death struggle. Despite Amos having only moments before been puzzled by Prax's dedication to saving others, he takes on an incredible risk of strong-arming his way across the cabin to reconnect Prax's oxygen umbilical hose. In an inhuman feat of strength, Amos is able to cross the cabin, dodge projectiles, reconnect Prax's oxygen, and prevent him from being impaled. This is all while the Rocinante is rotating to maximize point defense cannon fire against inbound torpedoes from the Leonidas. Amos is able to return to his seat before the next insane maneuver. The Rocinante fires a screen of tactical nuclear torpedoes at the Leonidas and detonates them prematurely. This creates an electromagnetic screen to blind the Leonidas. The Rocinante sails through the screen and at point-blank range fires conventional torpedoes into the Leonidas's rear engines, shearing them clean off. This causes the Leonidas to tumble, unable to control its trajectory, with half of its engines knocked out. While the crew is ecstatic to have survived the engagement and even spared the UNN crew's lives, Holden is a lot more pessimistic. They have exhausted their ammunition supply and are about to travel to Io unarmed, with the UNN Navy identifying them as hostile. They're going to need a resupply, but that will be for the next episode. If you want to support the channel, please remember to like the video, share it with your friends, ring the bell for new videos, and comment for the comment gods. Your viewership helps me in the algorithm and is appreciated. Also be sure to check out Counterpoints 40K and Star Wars linked in the description and the homepage. If you want to take your support a bit further, please become a YouTube member or join us at patreon.com/counterpoints. Check out the other videos on the channel, support our sponsors, and I'll catch you in the next one.